Hello, welcome to the 2024 recap. I'll hopefully have one of these coming out every year going forward because I want to keep track of my accomplishments throughout the years. And with how well this year went, I really wanted to get something down on video, not on paper, and kind of figure out a format that works for me. So the big things that I'm going to cover for this video, I'm going to try to be as brief as possible, are stream accomplishments, community accomplishments, and of course, crochet accomplishments. I started streaming this year on May 18th, and as of yesterday, which is December 14th, I consider my year very successful. I have streamed for 431 hours, and I've gained 128 more followers than I had before, which is a huge amount for me. And a lot of those people have become friends, have become members of my community, have become people that I talk to, people I respect. And I appreciate immensely the fact that they have come and they've decided to give me a chance and to give my community a chance. I'm just very touched and I appreciate that immensely. So stream-wise, the year has been big. We've joined a new Destiny 2 clan. We've done a lot of raids. I did my first trio raids in Destiny 2. I also started streaming crochet on Twitch, which is a huge change for me because it took me probably a couple months to figure out how I wanted my camera set up. I figured out what I want my hands to look like, if I want to wear my fitness watch while I crochet, what I want to crochet. So back in June, I made a graphic, the one that is now on screen, of my projects for the year. My intention was to make one project per month so that by the end of the year, I would have 12 months of projects. And you can see how my year went at first. In January, I made a bag for my cat. Well, it was a bag as part of a crochet along, and I decided while I was making it that there was no way in hell I would ever use it for myself, but my cat likes hiding inside things, so I would give it to her, and she took to it like, yeah, she loved it. In February, I made probably one of my more popular projects, the Dragon Scale wrist warmers, and I made them in colors so that they would match my Raycons and also my nail polish. In March, I made a crocheted bag that is part of a crochet along for what is called the Maine Fiber Frolic, which is a fiber festival that takes place in Maine. And we do a crochet along every year so that everyone can share their projects and they can use it to hold all the stuff they buy. So mine came in very useful. In April, I made a lovely farmer's bag, or a farmer's market bag, from Karen Cotton Cakes. It was very nice. If you want to make that project, it's by Premier, and you can get 2 bags out of one Karen Cotton Cake, just as an aside. My big project was in May, where I finished the novella shawl. And the novella shawl is something that I started back in 2022. And I loved it. It was made of this gorgeous, I think the color is Enchanted Forest by Lion Brand. It's just the prettiest yarn. And it took me 2 years. I finally finished it, and it was my first completed big project. And I was so proud of myself. And then June came along, and I said, okay, well, there's a creator doing 4 crochet alongs in the month of June, all bags. I love making bags. So I'm going to do these 4 bags, and they will count for June through September. And then I was like, okay, I hate the first bag, so we're not going to do the other ones because they're all the same size. I don't like how big they are. And then I just started crocheting. And it just turned into a thing. I made crocheted chickens because I discovered the joy of plush blanket yarn and making large animals. So I made crochet chickens. I made crochet ghosts. I made a small in from Destiny 2, which was very popular among friends. I started getting into making wearables, like these 2 hoods that I made. I made this gorgeous infinity scarf. I actually made 2 of them and 1 slightly smaller. The 2 large ones are owned by my mother and myself, and they match. So we match, which is kind of lame, but you know, mother-daughter, mother-daughter, we have some things in common. And then I finished this waterfall scarf, also for my mother, but for Christmas, so she cannot know what it looks like. Do not send this video to my mother. And then I started going back to some of my regular fun yarns. This is some squids that I made for coworkers out of regular acrylic yarn. I made a couple spiders out of burlap velvet, which is probably my new favorite yarn. Oh my god. And then we have the Premier Parfait yarn, which I used in this squid here. And then this pumpkin pie squid that I made for a friend that gave me some pins to add to my pin collection, which is just very big. And I think we're at 751 right now, plus some in the mail. Oh god, I have too many pins. But one of the things that I'm proudest of and kind of inspired me to open my little shop is a good friend of mine had a baby, or his wife had a baby. They had a baby together. And I made him a couple very, very, very soft squids with sewn eyes, not safety eyes. We don't give small pieces of plastic to children. And I sent it off to him and I said, these are for your baby. And I got a picture of the baby with the squid, and it was so cool. So while I do love making all of the plush animals, I have kind of shifted my direction once again to do more wearable items, and that's kind of where my comfort zone lies now. Back in probably August, I made these Halloween wrist warmers, and they match my nail polish, of course, because I have to have things matching. And this is probably in 90-degree weather. I'm standing outside in a long sleeve black shirt to match the yarn, and my mother is standing on the other side taking the picture for me. And then I managed to win this pattern that I wanted in a Facebook giveaway, and I made this gorgeous Halloween blanket. So a little bit later in the year, around Halloweenish, I did end up finally making the body horror bunny bear that I've seen in so many crochet groups. A friend saw a video on Instagram of someone showing off a hooded balaclava and asked me if I would make one for his wife. And his wife loves it. And I had extra yarn because I forgot I ordered it. And I made myself a hooded balaclava. And this is probably the only picture of me you will probably see for the next 5 years. This is myself wearing the hooded balaclava. And this is the picture that got me 2 more commissions for hooded balaclavas. So I am up to my ears in hooded balaclavas right now. I have so many to make. So when it comes to looking at what I want to do going forward, I do have ideas. Next year, I do want to do more giveaways. The first week of February will probably be my first big Extra Life push. That'll be the week that I kind of push Extra Life for the beginning of the year to continue throughout the rest of the year. Because the Badger was so popular and everyone really enjoyed taking advantage of the reduced discounts that we received as an incentive for raising so much money for Extra Life, every $50 that we make a month will make the Badger redemptions 50% off for the next month. So that's a huge deal. I think a lot of people will appreciate that. And I feel like, considering we made $370 for Extra Life in less than a month, I think it's realistic to think that we could make more money for my local children's hospital through Badger redemptions. I think it'll work out. So our big plans for next year are, of course, fundraising for Extra Life. And when we fundraised for Extra Life this year, we unlocked 2 incentives. One incentive was a community stream or a community game day, where we're going to get party games and we're going to play with the community members. And we have community members stretching from Finland to California. So we have to find a good day that will work with everyone. And I'm thinking we're going to do that the first week of February that I have off for various streaming related content, as well as the next Destiny 2 dungeon launch day. And we also unlocked a Counter-Strike stream redemption. So we'll probably do Counter-Strike that same week. And with that week, because the dungeon's coming out, because we're going to do a community stream day, we're going to do the Counter-Strike stream. We're also going to do a giveaway that week. I'm not sure what will be in the giveaway, but I do have Badger lanyards being made, and I do have acrylic Badger pins being made. So we'll be able to have a little bit of stream-related merch going out to people for free. Of course, I don't make anyone pay shipping or anything for the giveaways. They get it for free. And we'll probably just mail out little pins to anyone that wants one if they ask. But if you stuck with it this far, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a member of my community. Thank you for caring enough to stick through the video. And just thank you for being you. Because, I mean, I'm just a tiny streamer. I'm just a small person. I'm just average, but I feel like I've done a lot, and it's because of the people that are around me and the people that have supported me. And it just makes me very happy to look back at 2024 and say, I'm proud of what we've done this year and mean it. And I do hope that next year, even if we don't see the growth that I've seen this year, I'm still going to be happy to have the community that has been built around me and the people that have been honestly very kind and thoughtful towards me. And I'm very excited that we'll be able to go into 2025 together. So I do want to thank you all for that. And I hope that everyone will be around when the boardroom makes an appearance at later streams, because I know a few people have been very curious about what's been going on behind the scenes with the Badger and with the scenes. So this is your little preview of things to come on the stream. So as I always say at the end of my streams, GG, I hope you have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. I hope your day is excellent. And I will hopefully see you for the next video or stream. So GG's.